we think of bees, honeybees, bumblebees now, and butterflies, but it's really these flies that do a lot.
Yeah, these syrphid flies definitely, some people say that they're more efficient pollinators than bees and butterflies, but we don't know that for sure. That's kind of what I'm working on seeing. My name is Leah. I am a PhD student at the University of Missouri. I'm in the Plant Science and Technology department, and I focus on a lesser known pollinator called syrphid flies. Everybody's probably seen a syrphid fly before. They're very common in Missouri, but they look like bees, a lot of them. They are black and yellow, and most species, and they're actually pretty efficient pollinators, we think, but there's not a lot of work done on them. So my current project focuses on maximizing their pollination and biocontrol benefits that they have in an ecosystem. So you can see around here I have clusters of pepper plants with 3 cover crops: sweet alyssum, buckwheat, and sun hemp. And that's just to see if we can bring syrphid flies to our like target crops so that we can maximize the incidence of pollination and of biocontrol against aphids of the target crops. I would like to bring more awareness to syrphid flies and help people learn how to conserve them so that we can increase our crop yields by using these alternative pollinators, and also decrease our pesticide use for aphids because their larvae actually eat aphids.
Okay, Leah, so what does a syrphid fly look like?
Syrphid flies in general are super diverse, but the ones that we see here a lot are black and yellow. They're bee mimics, and they do look a lot like bees, but they're actually flies. They only have 2 pairs of wings, and they also sort of hover. You can really just tell if it's a syrphid fly by the way that it moves. It kind of hovers up and down or side to side, and they're very, very common. The most common species we have here, or at least that I've seen, is Toxomerus marginatus, and it has this really beautiful kind of design on its abdomen that kind of looks like calligraphy. A lot of people confuse syrphid flies with sweat bees or bees in general. They're not bees, they're flies. They cannot sting you, and yeah, they're pretty small and they're very common. I'm sure everybody who has a garden has seen them. They're mostly attracted to yellow and white flowers, but they like a lot of different kinds of flowers, which is why they're such an efficient pollinator.
So they aren't the flies that bother us when we're outside doing something. They pretty much stay away from us.
I mean, sometimes when I'm out taking data in the fields, they'll kind of hover by me, but they're not really like bothersome. They're generally just curious about people, and especially if you're wearing like bright colors.
Okay, like a shirt.
Yeah, I wear this so that they maybe come near me.
Oh, sure. So it looks like your research is really geared to help some of our vegetable plants in.
Yeah, so when I came into grad school, I wasn't really focused on agriculture, but my project has taken kind of a big agriculture turn because I'm realizing that if we conserve syrphid flies and use them in a way that can maximize their pollination benefits and their biocontrol benefits, it could be really beneficial to farmers, especially, those farming, flowering food crops. So.
Because what they say, 1 every 3 bites of food we take comes from a pollinator?
Yeah, like 1 of every 3 bites, yeah.
Yes.
Pollinators are really important, so.
This is news to a lot of folks, including myself, about how much they do pollinating wise. So we think of bees, honeybees, bumblebees now, and butterflies, but it's really these flies that do a lot.
Yeah, these syrphid flies definitely, some people say that they're more efficient pollinators than bees and butterflies, but we don't know that for sure. That's kind of what I'm working on seeing. Just because they can withstand abrupt weather fluctuations more than bees and butterflies can, and they tend to visit a really diverse amount of plants, and they fly really fast, so they can visit things quick. But yeah, there's a lot of flies and also beetles, a lot of alternative pollinators that I think we could be putting more focus on.
All right, well, thanks.
Yeah.